defense is something you can never have enough of because it's a fight. You know, first of all, it's a martial art. In a martial arts, we're learning self-defense, which means that if we're talking about having to defend ourselves in a practical situation, most likely I'm not going to be the person that's going to throw the first punch. But we're talking about kickboxing or MMA or whatever, type of stand up for competition, I have to make sure that my defense is steady and is ready. Because the other guy that's standing across from me, I know this individual understands how to fight. They're coming to fight, they're coming to achieve the same objective that I am as well. So when we start to only think from an offensive standpoint, then we're really not thinking about fighting. We're just thinking about, attacking the person over and over again. But at some point in time, they're going to want to return. And I have to make sure that I'm ready for that. And that's the most challenging part of fighting, is being able to transition from offense to defense. You start feeling good, you start opening up in the middle of a combination, then the other person comes back and returns fire, so you have to switch and block, and then go back to striking again. Too much my turn, your turn, my turn, your turn, when it comes to inexperienced fighters. I'll throw a five-punch combination or kicks or whatever, or techniques, and then I'll stop. The other guy says, oh, is it my turn now? Then he'll go forward and he'll start throwing some attacks as well. And then I'll move, and then I'll go back and forth and back and forth. And the problem with that is that, number one, if somebody's a much more experienced striker, or if they have a better gas tank than you, they're never going to get tired of striking. So while you're waiting on your turn, you may not get it. You have to learn how to move, but still stay inside that pocket so that you're close enough to make sure that you're able to return. Again, it's the analogy I gave the other day. It's like football. When the quarterback drops back, he's working inside that pocket, you know what I mean? And he has to. If he drops all the way back, halfway down the field, just to be able to try to hit a receiver that's in front of him, he's going to have a very difficult time being able to make that pass. So don't move so far away to where you can't return. But by the same token, make sure that you guys aren't just standing in front of one another. Make sure you guys aren't just hunkering down and only blocking. It has to be some type of balance that's there. Another thing that we're struggling with a little bit is the combinations. And that's the reason why we work a lot of those combos. And the combos got longer and longer on the bags. A lot of times, I'm guilty of this as well. We'll fall in love with doing a single technique. You know what I mean? We'll throw one jab. I was telling Dev to double that jab. We'll throw a kick and we won't follow up. Kick and then come back with a hand technique. Sometimes it's because we're trying to be economical with energy. Sometimes it's because we're trying to model ourselves and look sweet or look tough like the guys on television. I want to move around, kind of show my technique. It's sparring, but it's also a fight as well. So make sure that you're stringing combinations together. At least 3 combinations. 3 techniques for your combination. Try to start with the kick or finish with the kick when you guys are doing that. And like I was also explaining, the 3 goes with the 2, the 2 goes with the 3. Those guys are married, they're together. Every time I throw a straight, I should come back with the hook. Every time I throw a hook, I should come back with the straight as well. Sometimes when you just fall in love with throwing that single technique, you may throw a technique and miss, but the follow-up probably would have caught the person because they're reaching outside, to try to stop the technique, or maybe they drop their hands after the one technique comes so they can work on countering, and then you'll catch them with the second one. So make sure you guys are working on that. Don't neglect the head. Work on your head kicking. It's going to pay dividends eventually. Work on it. The guy's blocking, getting here, somebody's blocking. You'll get better at it. Then you start learning much trickier ways and slicker ways to be able to set it up, off of the punch and off of your movement. What I'm working on now is I'm working on walking people into the technique I'm going to hit them with. All right, so I'm walking the guy, I'm going this way. I want him to go this way so I can hit him with the head kick. I want him to go this way so I can hit him with the left hook or with the switch kick. So again, just work on continuing to reinvent yourself. But most importantly, try to implement those things that we worked on in training. That's why I want to do a little bit of sparring at the end, because I don't want this to be lost on pad and bag work. Sometimes we don't translate what we do on the pads and bags to actual fighting. We're like, okay, that's just bag work. Then we get out there and we keep on fighting the same. Someone says, what happened to all those techniques that you did when you were over here? And then you're like, oh, I didn't even think about that. So sometimes you have to make sure that you drill so that way you guys feel comfortable and work on implementing those techniques, directly, okay? Good job. Remember, we still do have open mat on Friday, so make sure you guys are here for that as well, all right? Good job, everybody.